in the first slot here. So here we are. We are underway in World 6 as World 1.
Yeah, so World 6 except World 1 here does it pretty much everything is randomized of the pipe structure and everything else. What they checked obviously was the fact that maybe they would have passed that first quarter of World 6, but obviously that was not the case.
They were not so lucky, and the first level we have is bobbing up and down level from the ice world, which is this even randomized? I don't remember which stage number this is, or if this might be a beta stage. Like 6-2, maybe?
It's definitely one of the 6s, that's for sure. So I'm expecting a Fred in there because it's still in world, but
yeah, I think
vanilla completely.
It did look like 6-2, but I thought it looked different, so I didn't catch if it was a different looking one. Anyway, we have a Hammer Brother now. Hammer Brothers are all jumbled as well. You're going to have Fire Brothers in Sludge Brother stage like this. You're going to have a regular
and
Brain
Human
Brother
Mustard with a bad deal there with some water to rain that small Mario. That is bad luck. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to try it again. When Pro has the Fort of Fortune. And he's got Fort Knox.
Big bucks, no whammies.
Meanwhile, Human Mustard's going to pick up the first item there. He's going to pick up a leaf. He is going to need it for that Hammer Brother.
By the way,
not usual strats for people to use the mushroom houses, but I think in this case it was called for. He still gets his music box, however.
I just want to comment that Pro 7 did pick up power-up, one of the few guaranteed power-ups in the game. You have to be able to get something to fly with here, so you're able to get a raccoon suit in this fort.
Yeah.
And it's always in that item box.
Some levels, of course, in some levels, all the question mark boxes have been randomized as well. However, for some spots, including Fort Knox, there is either a Tanuki suit or a leaf because you need it to beat it.
Oh,
otherwise you're locked out.
Look what we have on Teeks. 2 minutes in.
Oh no! Yeah, we got the bad fort, don't we?
The bad fort. This is the best one.
Well, for you, it might be the best one. For the rest of us normal human beings, it is a taste to come if you, because this is usually found on World 7.
It's actually the last fort in World 7, and we have walking fire in this fort, which is not funny.
Oh, yeah.
These seem to be the random kind, too, not the ones that wait for you. Meanwhile, our top runners are both going through Vanilla 5. I believe it's 3-9, actually, not 5-9. No, it is 5-9. No, it's the last one. Yeah, it is 5-9. I'm just trying to remember which world. It was the last one. Just trying to remember which world.
Meanwhile, more Hammer Brother action here. For those wondering, hammers will break locks and rocks, but they will not build bridges, for those who are wondering.
Yeah, they are meant to
T-Wing and one of the Hammer Brothers.
Oh, Pro made
intentional death. Can you blame him? And this is obviously flags too. We have randomized all the positions of the things. That means there are some paths that will be built by fortresses, or they're just left alone. You got an easy path towards the castle. Which one will it be? You got to find yourself out.
And it looks like Teet just took a death himself to the watery ground Hammer Brothers.
Oh yeah, and he's got the Brain Brothers. That's a little easier to dodge, but still not a good placement. And he got it.
He jumped down just a little.
He's got one life left, and that path is blocked by the Hammer Brothers.
He had jumped down just a little too early, and that cost him the a hit on the hit and the death in that case, because he was stuck in the water trying to deal with the water. So if he had stayed up just a little longer, he would have been safe.
And he does pick up his P-Wing and stuff, but he is in the danger zone as he is one shot for everything. But he's got the fort for World 1. A little bit of luck there.
Now you can bypass Boom Boom here.
As well.
He is going to get the item and bypass Boom Boom. That is a Hammer suit in the secret room.
Which is a Hammer suit in the secret room. And we got one of the beta levels up next. And he goes downstairs.
And a randomly flying chain chomp in that level. Oh, the fire nipper is there. And takes us through that beta level, and
Bro's gonna go through the World 1 Fortress straight up.
That means no Hammer Brother suit for Proa. We know that that was already found by Teeks in the secret room, so he won't get that Hammer Brother suit. Hopefully, he'll find another one later on. Hammer Brother suit, by the way, very, very powerful against Bowser at the end of the game.
Yeah, for those wondering, the best strats for Bowser at the very end of the game usually involves either the fire suit or the hammer suit if you can get all the way to the end, because the hammer suit will, well, it won't insta-kill Bowser, but it's how many hits per frame. But so many hits per frame, it will take care of Bowser real quick, like.
Well, we have to differentiate between best and fastest. Best is frog suit. Fastest is, as you said.
Well, best is frog suit because it's hilarious to watch.
Exactly.
But we're talking speed strats. The hammer suit is your preferred option, obviously.
Exactly.
Followed by fire suit. Fire suit does deal lots of damage as well. You just got to do a little bit of dodging. Of course, you have the intended strat, which is putting Bowser through the floor.
Teeks is now in Fort Knox, going to get his raccoon suit here.
And he's going to regret not going through Fort Knox because that was a path that he had to open up. Meanwhile, probably over in his first boss, that's 4 hit. Straight a 5-hit Iggy.
That is an Iggy who ate his Cheerios.
That's an Iggy that ate his Wheaties.
That too.
Or his chocolate-flavored donuts if you are a John Belushi fan.
Donuts. I think that's Lemmy, isn't it? Not Iggy?
That is Lemmy. I am sorry, yeah. Because I saw the world that it was the World 1 airship, and I just got confused. We got World 2 coming up next.
Oh, big boss bass. We have a boss bass sign, ladies.
We have boss bass, and of course, for those who don't know me by now, Mario gets eaten. I got a particular running gag, but let's hope that does not happen. Of course.
No, you want to do it at least once, right?
One hopes to do so, but that would be commentator's curse, and I don't want to be jinxed. I don't want to jinx any of our runners. We got some good runners here. Well, meanwhile, Human Mustard has access to world number 2, so that is vanilla world 2, but obviously not completely vanilla, as you can see.
Teeks did survive being lunch, and is now finishing the World 1 airship himself. Our last runner to do so.
Now, at this point, it's obvious that Proa has the lead, as a lead, but not the lead. And Teeks is not too far behind. He could catch up. This might be a case of the great equalizer in World 8. I mean, the hand bridge.
We will find out.
We'll find out in about half an hour, almost.
I kind of feel like playing the hands game later, too. See how many hands we get.
Very true.
Oh, Proa notices the Fire Flower, decides to make a pit stop to get it.
Not a bad idea. It's an extra hit no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And gets in the pipe without getting hit by the Paragoomba. There's a blooper down there waiting for him. Take a block blooper. Ooh, there's a bottom pass.
Of course, the lives count not exactly kind to everybody. Right now, Human Mustard still has his 5 lives intact. Proa took a couple of hits. He's out. He is at 3 lives, and Teeks just took a hit. He's down to his last one. He's got one last attempt. He could game over now. It wouldn't take too much damage, but he still has to be careful.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky going on, knowing you could lose that last life. I almost would say take an intentional death at this point, just to get a new set of lives.
Just reload your lives. But it's a case if you know you can beat a particular level, it's that risk. But he does not need that Dazzle Jeff. He just got a 5-star frog splash.
5-star. There you go.
There you go.
There's your life reload. Who needed lives?
There you go. And he enters that fortress, which is the Navy, for those who are playing at home. Monomila Pro will not get his mac and cheese, but he does get his 7-1 clip.
And they both finished the stage at exactly the same time, whereas Takes is continuing and now finishing his journey in the Navy. I'm not going to sing.
Nah, we don't need to sing here. Actually, Human Mustard is just a tiny bit ahead by about a second. So it's a lead, obviously, not the lead.
Nice run through 5-1 there.
An LC Cards fan, overrated. Yeah, the game overs are overrated. Overrated. We got the Hammer Brothers at Hammer, and we got the Hammers, brah.
Oh,
Who hand out Hammer, brah.
It's pounding time?
It may very well be. That's going to be a very big help in the next world.
Human Mustard is now in a slight lead on the airship, but it is only a slight lead.
It is
same stage.
As I said it before, it is a lead, not the lead. This will be very, very close.
That is 4 hits. Oh, we have a fully beefed up Morton.
We do. We had 5 hits right here. And Pro picked up the lead here just because of that. But again, it is a lead and took a death, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's a little bit behind on World 2. Which, that's the vanilla World 2, by the way. Chat?
And yeah, Morton was very salty indeed. We pick up a power star in the letter. We have World 7 up next.
Oh, what a nice way to start World 7.
With a fort for World 3, the second one, as a matter of fact.
Get out your frogs. Oh, wait, we don't have any.
Well, we don't have any frog suits as of yet, but we may find some here. Maybe a little late, but if someone wants to do some frog swag at the end of the game,
I'd love to see
it is very possible.
I'd love to see him play the card game after this and get a frog suit out of it. That'd be funny.
I think the end card has been eliminated for this particular situation.
Good point.
And Tinks got his clip. Was that mac and cheese? Was that in a one shot?
I didn't catch if it was the first shot.
I don't think it was. Was it in one shot? Chat, please let us know.
So, Pro checking the pipe network here. Cleaning the pipes and taking out.
And we got a hand level here. We have the hammer. We have the Hammer Brother Gauntlet. For those wondering, all hand levels have the same item, and then it will be the same no matter what. But it is still randomized. We will find out exactly what we have.
Pro had difficulty with that Sludge Brother there, but let's see what the item is. The item is just the regular vanilla leaf.
It is the regular old leaf, the vanilla leaf. But it's still very useful, especially at this stage. We still have a few worlds left to conquer.
A leaf is always the useful item. 2 hits and you can fly.
And for those in the chat, they told us it was his 3rd shot, which is actually still pretty good. All things
that's still good, yeah.
For that particular clip. And Pro, I don't think. This is one of the auto scroll. No, this is not one of the auto scroll.
7-4. This is 7-4. It's an auto scroller.
Okay, this has been the auto scroll for your speed gaming pleasure, or your speed running pleasure.
Yeah, this is normally an auto scroller. You normally have to go through a very. You have to normally hang out in this electric jellyfish field for a specified period of time as the screen scrolls very, very slowly, which is not fun. So in this game, in this randomizer, you get to speed through that as fast as you dare to, and
of course,
I know as fast as you dare to.
I will say this: Wet Wizrobe in the chat. If If you're referencing what I think you're referencing, I like you. I'll just leave it at that. Because it is an obscure sitcom.
Probably wise. I don't even want to ask. Oh, we found the World 4 airship.
We did.
One of the only
and that's going to put Human Mustard in a... Yeah, we found the Isle of Happiness. Human Mustard's going to have a lead here.
Notice, by the way, those coins do not rotate like the other coins in the game. I think they're the only coins in the game that do that.
Yeah, I believe in airships, it is straight up in the original game, they stay static. They just light up like the old school way.
Oh, wow, Ludwig, eat your Wheaties.
Yeah. Now, of course, for World 7, you're not getting in on him because you're just going to get a letter from Bowser saying, I got you, woman. Come find me.
I am your boss. You will now have to find me. Keep going through.
We have World 1. And I don't think Human Mustard uses... does he have his hammer, I wonder? Because he could have broken that lock. I know Proa has.
Meanwhile, the King laments not being turned into an Oscar Mayer wiener. We won't worry about him.
Proa does not have his hammer.
Did he not kill that hammer, brother? Or I thought he did.
I believe he did. It might have been used earlier. I don't know.
He must have used it.
It must have been used.
Nice takeoff here. He's going to get across the end of the stage. Yeah, there. That is 1-6 skip, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful skip, too. And we have World 1-4 in World, and of course 1-2. So vanilla in World, but not in position. And if it goes keeping track as I did, I noticed usually you get an end card during the second World for every 80,000 points. That has been eliminated, so no end card game today.
Yep.
And Human Mustard dodges a gulp from the big balls bass.
Oh, yeah, another balls bass sighting. We're going to have it right there, too, as it looks like Pro also had to
dodges a gulp.
Twice. This is in 4-6 that we have this boss bass. Change through the door, and you don't have to deal with it anymore. That's the good news about this particular map.
But Pro, tempting fate.
Pro is going to try, and he's going to get...
Human Mustard went with a safe route. Pro did not. That's going to help Pro a little bit. Meanwhile, Teek's about to enter his airship for World 7.
Now, this is one of those...
Which is our halfway mark. We are this is our fourth world in.
This is one of those stages that you're happy to have the auto-scroll turned off, not because it slows you down, but because it is too fast.
It's one of those, if you're playing casual, you have that P-Wing handy.
Indeed.
And Pro and Human Mustard almost in sync right now. With Human Mustard with a slight lead going into their fort, which breaks the lock, but it doesn't exactly matter.
Oh, sync access to this level at the same time. This is another auto-scroll level normally.
Yeah, this has been the auto-scroll as always. Normally we would switch the audio to the runner in the lead, but it changes so much.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep on whoever on top in this case. So Teeks does not have any flying suit. Is going to have to not be able to do the 1-6 skip. He's going to do it the normal way, the intended way, and he gets to the end of the stage. So he is a few stages behind still at this point, still in another world.
And Pro's going to pick up his flower. More music boxes being handed out here by the Hammer Brothers. Not as generous.
And there's level 1-4. This is one of those stages that is really weird to see not on auto-scroll because you still have those moving platforms coming in a weird pattern. And there's airship number 7. We're already on the airship. And looks like
how in sync these two guys are right now.
Mustard just slightly ahead going in the pipe there. What a great race between these top 2 runners. That is 4 hits, I believe, on that would be Larry, I think, right? Oh, Teeks just falls into the pit.
Gee, bad luck there.
And has to dodge the boss pass again. Oh, that was a fancy dodge. Had to avoid the fireball from above and getting eaten by boss pass. Hello. Is it
me you're looking for?
Are you safe now, King? Good, yes.
All right, we have a leaf in World 5. Of course,
World 8.
World 8 fort. For those in this world, you have to access the sky. Of course, the position of the spiral fort is obviously randomized, but it is still the one thing that you need access to the sky. It's linked there, so we need it.
I believe it can also be reversed.
In a few minutes.
I believe it can also be reversed, where you have the bottom half on this side, or the top half on this side.
Mm-hmm.
And one shot to get through the fort by Pro. Is Mustard going to be able to do that too? Yes, he is.
He has, yeah.
Proa now in the slight lead here on Boom Boom, and gets through the Boom Boom fight. Mustard doing the fight right now, and is going to get his orb. And Vanilla 1-5, and we have a Spiny on the initial ramp. Looks like Mustard lost a little bit of time on that ramp there.
Oh, and Proa got caught by a Paragoomba.
The Paragoomba of shame takes it. And that gives Mustard a definitive lead. It is only within the stage. He can still lose a life himself somewhere, but right now it is a definitive lead. Proa needs to save a little bit of time at each of the stages coming up.
Of course, Proa takes care of business, takes a life back from the Paragoomba. Meanwhile, Teek's got to pick up his music box back when we're all the Uno.
And we have some white Koopa shells. Nice.
Always useful.
Of course, they have no additional benefits compared to regular Koopa shells. It's just a palette thing. And a couple of fireballs just in case, but they didn't do anything. And he finishes that stage. Mustard completing what is normally vanilla. I believe that's by 6-8 or 6-10. I want to say 6-10.
Yeah.
So let's see what Proa is able to find here.
He's found pretty much the end of the level. Pretty much the end of the world. By the way, excuse both Proa and you and Mustard as they kiss the sky.
And Mustard takes out, which Koopa is that? Roy, I believe? So, looks like Teek's just getting to World 5 right now. And Mustard is a full level ahead at this point, so it looks like we have switched the audio over to Mustard.
Yeah, we just did that right there.
We'll go with the leader until he's
We'll go with the leader for now. He's got to pick up another hammer suit. And we're going through World 3. Which leads up to World 4 and World 8 in the finale. So for those wondering, worlds are 6, 2, 7, 1, 5, 3, 4, and 8. Of course, 8 is at the end. That's Pro, as usual.
If that was what your lotto card said, yellow, bingo. Oh, this is bad luck for Mustard.
Bad luck.
He's lost any chance to get that wall out because he killed both.
And he's trying to
find something.
Anything.
He has to find something to get that. He can go through the pipe and reset those parables. Let's see if he goes in the pipe. He can get in that pipe.
Oh, he's got something. He's got something. All he's got to do is keep it.
It can come to life if he's not quick though, but he's gonna make it, I think.
And he does. And that gives Pro a little bit of catch up here. He's in the same pyramid.
That lets Pro save a little bit of time. Let's see if he has the same issue on the end of the level. I'm gonna guess no, he doesn't. But I'm also guessing Mustard did not expect to see two parables like that. And Proa did manage to stop one. He's going to get the other one to stop himself now.
That's going to give him a bit of a boost.
That's going to give him some time back. Very nicely done there by Proa, saving some time. And Human Mustard going for the requisite leaf. Another case where we have a required item in a stage. That leaf has to be in the stage somewhere, so it gets to stay in that out-of-the-way room. And then you have to,
the question becomes, how trolly will that end bit will be?
We're going to find out right now.
I do grammar good, folks. I apologize.
Nothing!
Nothing!
You get nothing! You win! Good day, sir. Oh, Pro had the grip tight plumber's boots on today, and he barely hangs on that platform and stays up on top.
Good hit detection in this particular case. And we got a beta level on the side of Human Mustard, which is the beta level of World 1.5, as a matter of fact.
And yeah, it is. And the coloring is not anywhere near as good as the actual 1.5, so I'm glad this level stayed out. So Mustard's still in a little bit of a lead, but Pro is only on this one stage behind here. He's in that stage that Mustard just finished. And I suspect this will remain the case until Mustard makes a very noticeable mistake somewhere. Pro getting his star card from the end of the stage, and Mustard finds the end of the stage and decides to go back and look for something. He probably needs to clear a stage for a bridge or something.
Yeah. One hitter. Oh, that was the one hitter from Geeks. I apologize. Of course, we're trying to find Wendy's Island. And Pro just did so.
Mustard actually did find it, but I think he needs to. I think he maybe he didn't clear the key stage for it yet or something.
Oh, that might have been, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why he came back. Oh yeah, Mustard only had one hammer. He couldn't do that.
Yeah, he could only use it. He had one hammer and Proa.
And Proa now in a very definitive lead at this point. As Mustard is still going through stages. We're going to need a bigger airship. Did you know that?
It's also Shark. We're gonna need a bigger airship.
I'll stop now. Mustard swimming and getting the fire troopers out. And we're in 3-7.
3-7 in World 4.
And Proa gets assailed by one of the floating spike balls being blown by the Piranha Plant, an enemy that ironically enough is not in Super Mario Maker 2, unfortunately.
Proa going with the auto-scroll coin pickup part of that 737 world. But he does pick up that cloud.
Teeks is picking up lives, meanwhile.
Another 5-star Frog Splash has gotten up. He's up to 9.
He now has the most lives. Let's see if he tries to do that anymore. Meanwhile, we have Proa going through World 2 for it. And Mustard is finally going through the airship here. Or maybe this is a different world. No, this is World 6 airship. He's already on the World 6 airship. He must have... I must have somehow missed Mustard doing the World 3 airship. Hear that? Or no, this was the World 3 airship. Okay,
no, this was one. This was Wendy, which it looks like it was a one-hitter for Wendy.
Yeah. Well,
both racers actually going with fire strats.
Yeah, they both used fire, so they both did that, I believe. We have a Sludge Brother, and you're going to be a little stunned from that encounter.
But that Sludge Brother does leave a hammer behind.
And it is, once again, time to pound things. Oh, Starman inside this fort. That's not a bad find. Bye, Thwomp. And it ran out before we got to this room. Would have been nice to have it in this room because these
we got a wild hot foot. Wild hot foot in that particular scene.
Yeah, they don't stand still. But he gets through Boom Boom with fire, and that is that.
Bro, pretty much in the lead at this point.
Definitively at this point, I would say. It took a little bit of a situation with no hammer on the World 3 access to Wendy's Castle to be able to give Proa a definitive lead at this point. Mustard did have a definitive lead in this race when Proa took a death earlier. And look at that weird bullet bill. Trying to go for fire strats, but gonna do some bopping to be safe. That is 2 hits, and then he gets it by 5.
No, I'll be a regular 3-hitter right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Proa is about to enter HE double hockey sticks, aka World H, aka the Great Equalizer. Everything's been randomized so far, so...
Ooh! Takes with the death stage.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that.
That's a long travel back to the pipe.
Yep.
Fall flat into the deep ravine!
And we have a couple of tunnels and a tank that it reveals us with World 3 Uno, aka the Hall of Doors.
I'm looking forward to the day that this room can be randomized.
It'll be awesome. Then we can really call it the fort of Let's Make a Deal.
Yep, that will be the deal. That will be the choose a case fort.
Oh, yeah.
You pick case number 1, number 2, number 3. Oh, you got a whammy.
And he's found the keep, and he's... Oh,
that was God mode.
That is God mode, right, HE double hockey sticks. And he's got the hammer suit, no star, but he's...
That's more like heaven at this point.
Yeah, he is... HE double hockey sticks is FR double E, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, he's going to go through the world's most famous clip. Gotta dodge a couple of photoboos and the prop and the situation. Yep. He's got to get the top door.
Use the don't lift to get a little bit of leverage and then get through. And now just dodge that one statue. And now just has to dodge a few fireballs. And that's pretty much going to be GG.
And that'll be game for Proa 007.
Gonna probably lock in about a 35, 25, 30 or so.
Yeah, it's going to be a sub, and will not be sub 35. He's about to get sub 36. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen,
the sub 36.
Oh yeah, and Dot Dunn has received 35-15.
Get your
it is
GGs
the official
in chat.
time.
And I misjudged the timing of that ending.
Jeez.
And Mustard was looking at that, thinking he must be God mode at this stage. He can see that Dot Done. He wouldn't know otherwise that Pro was finishing. He can see the SRL room, of course, so he knows if he's looking that Pro has finished.
You know, usually we call World 8 the Great Equalizer because it takes time.
It can take time, and if you find the route and someone else doesn't, you can take some time from them and steal a race from them. So he's gonna go for the God mode right now.
He's gonna get, ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the call, ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Pro at 007. Yeah, you heard me right. The winner.
GG.
Yeah, thank you.
You got a free World 8 there.
Yeah, I was surprised. You know, and it all came down to picking one pipe over the other at the start, and it just was, you know, looks like LZ is saying in chat he took the other path. And
Human Mustard took the other path. You took the right path, obviously.
Right.
Human Mustard is gonna play through most of the world trying to find one path, the fork in the road, quite literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Mustard had been in the lead at this point, which he was at one point during the race, he got stuck in World 3. We'll talk about that later.
In fact, let me tell you how close this was. You guys were in sync for about a world.
Wow.
Yeah, it was that close for a little bit.
It was. I got to do my double hammer fun in World 3, always a treat, and the way the world lined up, it was perfect because that would have been a double back on that one.
Since you brought that up, I said I would talk about it later, but since you brought it up, that's exactly what Mustard was not able to do. He only had the one hammer.
Yeah. Like, I had that one hammer, I was just holding on to it, because and there really weren't any places for me to use it, so I kept thinking, well, if I get a second hammer, you know, I got a shot at the double hammer play in World 3, and when it popped up in World 5, I thought, okay, good to go here. So, I mean, there's no guarantee that it'll actually work, but having the possibility is a nice bonus.
Mustard found the cape?
Yeah.
Dons his hammer suit and is going to start going through right now.
So he'll be joining us in about a few minutes.
Oh, he's doing a different route.
Oh, I believe he did. No, he didn't clip it, didn't he?
No, he's trying to go for.
But he killed the hot foot, which and the dry bones he wanted to bounce off of. He's trying to bounce off the dry bones to get up there. So the challenge is to get the hot foot out without killing the dry bones. Now he's going to get the dry bones. He's going to take that over. He's going to bounce off of it. He's going to take the upper route to try to go through that way.
Right, yeah. Hacksaw favors that play, I know, in vanilla.
And now he's going to do a clip to get through the wall if he can get the proper clip. This is an area you're normally
interested to see what happens. There he got
That's normally an area you're not able to access normally unless you, you know, have a P-wing or something and you end up getting around the swamp normally. That's the only way you could get in there vanilla. Or again with the Hamburger suit. So that's the area you're not supposed to be able to get into, and it's supposed to be a dead end, but he got in there.
That's gotta respect the swag for sure.
For sure. And Human Mustard, he's got a dot down in a couple of seconds as he enters the door. And dot done at 39:34 official SRL time.
And meanwhile, Teeks falls into the deep ravine known as World 8. And he is now beginning his foray into the World of Darkness.
Yeah, that...
Oh my god, and by the way, Teeks, I don't know if he clipped the thwomp or not, but he avoided damage there.
So it's always nice if you can get piece speed under these flag settings in 3F1. That's pretty hard to do because the enemies are random enough to where you really can't get any momentum going unless you get a bunch of boos early. But no, that was nicely done. And no, he's going the other way.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's taking the wrong path, it looks like.
Yeah, you were the only one that picked the right path.
Well,
but
he found a lock, so that helped him.
yeah, it's like, and it doesn't help that there are some perfectly inviting options. You got tank, which is a hand level, of course, and then you got the fort on the other side, so you get potentially valuable in intelligence, and you get 2 more pipes on top of that.
We found one of the hand levels in World 8, which is... That was not on the hand... That was actually on the hammers, but I don't think it was meant to be a hand indicator.
No.
There's a hand.
There's a hand, and yeah, here we go. Ooh. Yeah. Teeks is kind of following the right path, but I think he's going to be locked out by a lock there, because I do remember seeing next to that pipe that ended up being the correct answer. There was a lock there. So no, overall I thought I played okay. I had a couple of hiccups early. It was kind of a little trouble getting out of my own way and that kind of thing, and you know, a couple of silly deaths early. Once I kind of got going, then it all went together pretty well overall. Not the best, not the worst, but the last, like, 3 worlds were pretty free for me. I'm pleased with that, overall.
Beautiful hammer strats with the hammer, with the boom boom there. So it looks to me like Teeks is trying to open up all of his options. He's going to be so embarrassed when he finds out he did not have to.
Yeah, he's going to find out it was right at the beginning and be like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. I think Teeks is doubling back, and now he's about to learn.
And now he's going to find it.
Like, the horrible truth awaits.
Oh, that's where it was.
Yeah.
Ah-ha.
Oh,
and now he gets caught by hand level.
And now, yeah.
Well, for those wishing for a hand level, you got one.
Two actually.
Well, he got grabbed by hand.
Yeah. Hand in a hand stage. There's a Fred if I've ever seen one. But, yeah. Okay,
and now there it is.
Yep. Well, thanks all for doing the comms, and GG's to Mustard and Teeks for a fine race, as always. I hope we get more people next week, more runners. I know we had a few out of pocket this week to personal stuff, so hopefully they're back at it next week and get more people in here.
Well, we're sticking around until Teeks finishes. We want to see him finish.
Oh, no! We want to see the finish, and that is not a finish. That is another attempt.
No.
Oof.
One lost input.
Yeah.
And he fell in the lava at the worst possible time. He's got to go with the other strap.
Yeah, that's what happened to me in Piranha Fort. My input got eaten or something, I think, and it just...
Tasty inputs.
Yeah. It's like, it gets so busy in there, you know, it's hard to...
The dry bones did not make it easy for him. Woke up and went the other way, and Teeks just decided, let's go the normal way. Wasting too much time.
Yeah.
Teeks will reverse course, go with the regular strat, the normal strat, excuse me.
The intended strat, yes.
The intended strat, world's famous clip.
gets through.
One
without
thing I
waiting for
must
the
say
door
about
open.
Teeks, his jumping, at least in this level, has been pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah. He's a really good hundo and warpless player, so he knows his way around this game without no question.
So he just has to kill Bowser now, and that's done. Another
And
20
done and
seconds,
done.
he should be locking in.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'm going to get back to my stream, but GG's to Mustard and Teeks for a fine race.
Indeed.
No problem.
GG to all three runners tonight. And Teeks,
done.
by the way, locking in a 45-23 official SRL time, and the race is now concluded. Looks like Hugh and Mustard left the room very quickly. Looks like we might not get to talk to him this evening, but we'll see if Teeks wants to join us.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, and that's gonna do it unless Teeks wants to jump in real quick.
We'll find out very quickly.
We'll find out in a few seconds. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to let you go ahead. I'm looking up the schedule quickly so I can talk about that.
Oh, you could do that.
Yeah, I was just doing that very quickly. But if you got nothing else to add, I'll just note that there are other events going on Speed Gaming for those watching live this evening when we finish up here. We're probably going to end up joining the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race happening on Speed Gaming 5 because it usually goes to the higher channel. But you can also catch Magic the Gathering going on the main channel. That's happening over on the Speed Gaming main channel right now. Those are still going on this evening for those of you who are looking for something else to watch after this. And tomorrow the day starts with what I believe is the Portal 2 finals. I think that's the finals tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning.
I may tune into that, actually.
Yeah. That one's going on for a while, so I just looked at the bracket recently and noticed they were on the grand final phase, so I believe that is the finals. It looks like Teeks is going to decline to join us. He's not going to join us. So, yeah, make sure to check out all those events tomorrow that I mentioned. There's some Luigi's Mansion going on, Link's Awakening, Warpless. Actually, commentating that tomorrow, too. Some Mega Man 2 Randomizer, more Link to the Past Randomizer, and other events going on, Star Wars Episode 1. So feel free to check out all those events tomorrow if you're watching live, or if you are watching on YouTube on our various playlists here on our YouTube channel. And if you're watching on this playlist and you have this playlist up, what's going to follow is probably next week's race in this weekly randomizer series that we have going on here. We can play this every week on Wednesday. You are welcome to join us. You just need to be able to join us in SRL, which is an IRC client. If you're able to join us there, you can join us for the race. You can play the randomizer yourself, and you can see how you fare against these three runners you have on stream. Maybe even get featured on the stream yourself if you wish to. So feel free to join us if you want to take part in this on a weekly basis. So yeah, since it looks like Teeks will not be joining us as well, I guess that leaves us just wrap up here. Any last thoughts from you, Maddie?
Good race. JJ, everybody.
Indeed, very good race, and looking forward to seeing more of this in the future. So for those of you who watch, thank you for watching. Want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we wouldn't be able to do this without having someone to broadcast to. Otherwise, it's just be me and Maddie talking to ourselves. So, which is kind of what we're doing anyway, in a sense, but we're also trying to entertain you as well. So, with that said, have a great evening. I'm going to give Maddie the final word, but good night, everybody.
All right, well, folks, I thank you very much for tuning in to our family of networks here at Speed Gaming. Until then, on behalf of Cyclone, my name's Matty J. Good night, everybody.